Hey everybody, this is Homestead Kilter. We're out with another garden tour video. This garden is Hannah's grandpa's. His name is Clarence, and he's got some really neat tricks that he does with his garden that I want to show you, and I'm going to even steal some of them. So first, let's start with his fence.
This fence is for keeping rabbits out, and even the deer leave it alone. Made out of PVC and chicken wire.
And the panels just swing open like that for easy.
Panels swing up back and forth.
That makes it real nice, because I pounded mine in, so I had to yank it out of the ground each time. I like this. And these here are Fortex beans.
These are Fortex beans. They get foot and a half long, no strings, just as tender.
And they are delicious. This is what I put in our Three Sisters Garden giveaway, but we had him at his birthday party, just turned 80 years old, so wish him congratulations in the comments. And they were delicious.
I plant them 6 inches apart. I train them to a bamboo pole.
See that the June bugs or Japanese beetles,
Yeah,
having some fun.
I don't believe in herbicides and insecticides, so I gather them with a jar of water.
Okay. Have you heard of companion planting?
No.
So, and I'll send you some seeds. There's a plant called borage, and you could even plant it in the middle here if you want, but the plant itself will get rid of these. And so you don't have to worry about that. Also, planting some marigolds help as well.
Yeah. Well, they really don't cause a whole lot of trouble. They put some holes in leaves. But...
Oh, they don't eat the actual fruit though? Oh, that's nice. All right, so what we got growing here?
This is Swiss chard. And I built these raised beds so I don't have to bend over.
I don't blame you. I do want to show them this here. So, notice how we have these cut out that way, and you do that to save soil, right?
Right. I tapered it so that it wouldn't have to put as much dirt in there.
That's smart.
But there's plenty of dirt for growing it. These are beets in here.
White beets?
White beets and red beets.
Okay, yeah, the red beets are down there. And the water system. I love this water system. I'll be stealing this for my garden.
And I just tore out the snow peas. You plant those in February.
Okay.
And by the time the weather gets hot, they're done.
Are you gonna do any secondary plantings here?
Yes. I tore out all of the mustard and turnip greens. My wife likes a mixture of the two.
I was surprised yesterday when we were out here working. I didn't have to tell Owen stop eating stuff, because normally he would just pick it and eat it.
Those beets are getting to where they're pretty close. Some of them need to be put back under the ground.
Yeah.
My wife and I are going to start a composting.
Yeah.
We got the information on it this past week, and we have never composted in the past.
Right.
I've got a compost pile over there that's probably 2 feet deep.
That's the way to do it. We have one of those the barrels that you turn.
Yeah.
And we really neglected it for a long while, but we're getting back into it now. And
this over here, I dump when I rake the leaves and
oh, that's going to be rich.
that's probably 3 feet deep there.
Yeah, that's.
I dump grass and leaves.
Yeah, you get down into there, and that's going to be rich soil.
Yeah. That pile probably goes back 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And if I were to dig down at the bottom of it, I'd find some pretty good soil, I'm sure.
Oh, definitely. There's when I first started looking at it, there's a guy, he only uses lawn clippings. And
there's lawn in there.
Right. Well, he'll tarp it, and within weeks, that lawn clippings is the richest soil, and just the way he turns it.
Right.
I don't know.
See, I have a rake tow behind the tractor,
Oh, nice.
and I just back down in here and dump.
That's the way to do it.
I've been dumping in there for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. And so we have some fruit trees over here, right?
Yep.
See, you're in prime area. You could grow, especially if dogwoods do well here, you could put out morel mushroom spores and grow your own mushrooms like that. Then you can turn around and sell them. They go $50 a pound.
Wow.
With all the rain that they've had up in Ohio and Indiana, they could find those like crazy.
I think the apple tree's got 1 apple on it.
And what kind of apple?
I do not know on that one. This one over here is Fuji.
Fuji.
I just planted it last year.
And he's got a hot wire on here because deer like to get in here and take everything. And then that's peach.
That's peach over here.
Peach tree. How long have you had these growing?
Peach is about 3 years old.
And it's producing already?
Oh yeah. It's in Alberta.
Okay.
I don't think there's any peaches left. The squirrels got them all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take care of that next year.
Yeah, I'll send you a link to that Premier One fencing. It works really well. I've seen people use it for everything from pigs to keep them in, keep chickens in, and then keep deer and everything else out.
Right. Well, deer will leave everything alone if they can smell the electric fence.
Oh, that's good to go.
That's what I've been told. They smell it.
Use your tomatoes here. What kind of tomatoes are you growing?
These are Better Boys.
Better Boys. All right. That's some good looking tomatoes.
They're just starting to come. Be a couple of weeks yet.
Now, do you can, like your Fortex beans, do you can them all or do you freeze them? Cut it and
We
freeze
can them all.
Can them all? About how many jars do you typically get?
Oh, about 60.
60 jars.
Doesn't take very many of them to make a jar.
That's true. That is true.
They get so big.
Well, that is our garden here. Thank you very much. It is giving me a lot of ideas. And y'all be safe. Remember, be self-sufficient. Help everyone you can and inconvenience no one. Y'all have a good day.